So we'll continue the poem where we were talking about father advising or he is complaining to his son. How were those days where he used to smile wholeheartedly, where he used to shake hands with hearts. So now we will go back 236 page. But believe me, son, I want to be what I used to be when I was like you. I want to unlearn all these muting things. Most of all, I want to relearn how to laugh, for my laugh in the mirror shows only my teeth like a snake's bare fangs. See, so here the poet or the father is saying that he wants to be like the child or like the son, because when a son or when child is there, he is smiling, not externally, he is smiling wholeheartedly. So we talk about the expressions, because nowadays people have become so expressionless. They are not very happy, but still they keep their portrait smile. They keep their eyes as if they understood everything. So he doesn't want to be. He wants to relearn. Relearn means when he was a child, he used to smile wholeheartedly. He used to shake hands with his heart. Okay, but now he is doing according to the norms of the society. What the society expects, the father is doing. Not what he wants. So that is, he want to relearn the things. He want to learn once again what he used to do when he was a child or when he was a boy. So when he looks into the mirror, so when he is looking into a mirror, it is showing him how fake he is. Actually, he has a smile, but actually when he looks into the mirror, he knows his heart. Every person knows what is in his heart. Now when you are listening to me also, I know that there may be so many who may not have understood the poem very well. But still when I ask, did you understand? Yes. So that is, they are being like a liar, we say, like fake people. Hope you really understood the poem. So show me, son, how to laugh. Now here father is asking his son. The poet is asking the son. Tell me, show me how to laugh. Show me how I used to laugh and smile once upon a time when I was like you. See the title of our poem, Once Upon a Time. This is showing how the father is feeling so sad that he has learned the norms of the society, but he himself forgot how he used to smile when he was a small child or when he was a young man, young boy. So that is what he wants to learn. Author Gabriel Okara. So see the glossary, everyone. Cocktail, a drink usually made, page number 236, usually made from a mixture of two or more alcoholic drinks. Confirm, to be, and thinking the same way as most other people in a group or society. That is normally acceptable. Portrait, a painting. Good riddance, a feeling of relief when an unwanted person leaves. Muting, changing all the time. Fangs, long sharp teeth of some animals like snakes and dogs. So now in this questions, just take the questions. First one, second, fourth and sixth. First, second, fourth and sixth. So this is the end of the poem. Next we are going to start a lesson. What is my name? So in this lesson, I'll just give you the introduction of this lesson. This is a lesson where the author is talking about how important is the identity of a person. Now when I say identity, I already told you everyone is very unique. Each person is unique in this world. So if I say Nikita has that quality, then Kevin has that quality. Then we have Ajit. Ajit is good at this. Okay, Abhinay is regular to class. Anil is good at sports. So this is something we are talking about different people. So when I say the name, that name is very important for a person. Suppose if I call the name of Abhijit, Abhijit will come. Suppose if I say Aaron, come to the class, so that person will come. So that means it's very important. The name of a person is very important for his identity. identity is based on his name. Follow. Suppose you are at home, you have many brothers and sisters, but when your father will call your name, it's so special for you, because by that name you were called since your childhood. So that gives you an identity. So that identity is so important for a person's uniqueness, or a person is unique by his identity. That identity is coming from the name. So that is the title of our lesson, what is my name. So here when I say what is my name, here we are going to talk about a woman. Okay, a woman who had forgotten her name. So how did she forget her name? This was a very big history. She forgot her name because she was very busy in the household works. She gave more importance to some other things than herself. And we have, isn't it? At home you may have your mother, you have your grandmother. So sometimes your father will call your mother in different ways. Like in Hindi we say Aji sunte ho, or you call your father may call it in different way. Listen, call, like that. Some names will be there for your mother. Or normally amma ki chappu, amma, okay. Mummy se bolo, like that, some names. So name has no importance now. So here a woman, how important, so we are talking about, in this lesson we are talking how important is the identity for a woman. Like if I take PV Sindhu, okay, when I say PV Sindhu, we can remember that she was the one who brought the medal for us in Olympics. Okay, she is born and brought up in Hyderabad. She is a pride for Telangana. Like this you talk. Okay, if I say Malala Yousafzai, she got so many awards. Okay, like that you talk about Malala Yousafzai. Then there are so many other people, so many other great women. Medha Patkar, Narmada Bachao Andolan. Like that, name is related to the identity of the person. So here maybe she gains her identity by name. Sometimes some women gain identity by, like Mrs. Neeta Ambani. She gained her identity because she is wife of Mukesh Ambani. Okay, Ambani means, you know, richest family in India. So maybe she gained identity because of her husband. Then sometimes, now see PV Sindhu's parents, they got identity because of PV Sindhu, because their daughter brought good name for the nation. Or maybe by profession, Kiran Bedi, the first woman IPS we can call, so she gained by profession. Or it may be anything else. Mallavat Purna, you know, Mallavat Purna Nizambad, she gained identity because she climbed Mount Everest. Like that, each person can gain identity by different ways. But what is very important is the name. A young woman, now I will start the lesson, page 239. A young woman before being a housewife means before getting married. A woman educated and cultured and intelligent and capable, quick-witted with a sense of humor and elegance. Falling for her beauty and intelligence, as also the dowry which her father offered, a young man tied the 3 sacred knots. Sacred means holy. Knots around her neck. Now, you know, where marriage time, neck they tie the tali, we say, no, tali. Made her the housewife to a household and said to her, so the husband took her home and told, look, Ammadu, this is your home. So the husband is very proudly showing the house and telling, this is your home. Then the housewife immediately pulled the end of her sari and tucked it in at the waist. You know, waist means this part where we keep the belt, waist, and swept the entire house and decorated the floor with muggulu designs. Muggulu, you know, rangoli. Small art during Sankranti and all we draw that muggulu. So she was very good in drawing muggulu designs. The young man promptly praised her work. Praise means he appreciated the designs drew by his wife. You are dexterous. Dexterous means very much hard working at swabbing the floor, even more dexterous in drawing the muggulu. Shabash, keep it up. He said it in English, giving her a pat on the shoulder in appreciation. To give a pat means to appreciate. Overjoyed, the housewife began living with swabbing as a chief mission in her life. So this wife, she got appreciation from her husband for cleaning the house so well and for drawing the beautiful Muggulu design. So what she felt is, now she had only one aim in her life, that is to swab the floor. Swab means clean, and to draw that Muggulu designs. Only two things. These two things were the chief mission in her life. She scrubbed the house spotlessly clean at all times and beautifully decorated it with multicolored designs. That's how her life went on, with a sumptuous and ceaseless supply of swabbing clothes and Muggu baskets. So her life went on and on with only one mission, that was cleaning and swabbing the house and drawing different Muggulu designs, beautiful designs. So they needed lot of supply of what? Clothes for cleaning and different rangoli designs, and they needed baskets and baskets of Muggulu. But one day, so this was going on in her life, this process took place. Early morning waking up, drawing designs, cleaning the house, keeping her husband happy. So this was the only mission in the life of this housewife. One day, while scrubbing the floor, the housewife suddenly asked herself, what is my name? So suddenly she got a doubt in her mind about her name. The query means doubt, shook her up. Shook is the past tense of shake. Leaving the mopping cloth and the Muggu basket there itself, she stood near the window, scratching her head, lost in thoughts. You know, when you scratch the head, that means you are thinking something. You forgot something, scratching of head. So she was scratching her head, asking herself only one question. What was her name? That means she forgot her name. What is my name? What is my name? The house across the road carried a name board. So when she was standing near the window, she saw the opposite house had one board, you know, name board, name plate. It was written there, Mrs. M. Suhasini, MA, PhD, Principal, X College. So that means the opposite house, the lady's name was Suhasini. She was the principal. Yes, she too had a name as her neighbor did. Now she got very much big thing in her mind. The people all over have a name. She forgot her name. She could not recover her name. How could I forget like that? In my scrubbing zeal, zeal means task, I have forgotten my name. What shall I do now? The housewife was perturbed. Perturbed means disturbed. Her mind became totally restless. Remember, restless means she was unable to sit, she was unable to cook, she was unable to sleep. What was the reason behind that? Because she had forgotten her name and she could not remember her name. Somehow she finished her daubing for the day. So daubing means her work. You know, her work, main work was cleaning, swabbing the house and drawing Muggulu designs. These were the basic thing, or this was the chief mission in the life of this housewife. She did not do anything else. The whole life she did not live. That means after marriage, her main aim was only to do this household work. She did not give importance to herself. So that was the problem which was faced by this housewife. Now whether she will remember her name or she will sort out her name, we will see in the next class. Thank you.